never gonna back down. She ready. Ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready. Ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
Hola, ¿cómo están, my loves? It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and I'm here to do your daily dose of inspiration. This is what your soul wants you to know to yourself on this beautiful Thursday or whenever you are watching this video. We know that time does not exist. Whenever something is meant for you, it will find you. I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't care what happens in the world. When you are meant to experience something, when you are meant to feel something, no matter what it is, you will experience it. I don't know why. I just feel the urge to say that. This is going to be so left field, guys. But do you know the movie Final Destination? You know that movie, right? Well, if you don't, I'll probably insert a little clip here of that movie, but I don't know. Can I do that? You know what? I can't do that. But put it on YouTube, Final Destination. Basically, in this movie, this young man had a vision of how they were on a plane. They were taking like a senior trip and how the plane blew up. And it's probably kind of weird, but I promise I'm going somewhere with this, guys. I promise. The plane blew up or whatever, and he warned everybody, and everybody was like, no, you're crazy, da-da-da. So they end up getting kicked off the plane, and while they was arguing with him, it blew up, okay? And they were like, oh my God, how did he know? And basically, it's a movie of how they kept trying to go around to avoid death or avoid something, but it found them in different ways. And I'm giving that movie because that movie had like 5 parts, I believe. Eventually, all of them came to what was the fated for them. So somebody needs to know. I did a video yesterday on good karma. What is for you will never miss you. It might be delayed. It might have to find, another way to route itself to you. You might experience it in a totally different way than you thought that you would experience it. But just know that what is for you will never miss you. And I feel like sometimes in life we get so caught up in it didn't happen now, or how we thought it should happen, or when it's going to happen. When in reality, you can rest assured and believe that what is for you will find you. What is destined for you will find you. Okay? Let it find you. Maybe you've been searching too much. Maybe you've been looking. Let it find you. And I want to keep that very vague because I want it to speak to whatever area that you feel like you've been searching, you've been worried about that it's not going to happen for you. How about you stop doing it and you allow it to find you? Okay? So, I don't know why we went there, but we did. And I want to share something with you guys before we pull the cards. I decided not to pull any cards. We're going to pull together. We're also going to pull the door that we're walking through today. So this is what I want to let you know. All week, there is a nature trail like by my house. Like I love to go jog. I love to go do my little 7 miles there. I love to, we work out there. And I've always been in this park, and I think it was Monday, I stumbled onto like this deep part of, the nature park, but you can tell that it's kind of deserted. Like nobody really goes down there, and for whatever reason, it was like piquing my interest. I was like, oh my God, I want to go. Oh, it just looked like so mystical and just so deep in the forest. And like the trees were calling me like, come, Tori, come to us, Tori, come to us, So I wanted to go, but then I was scared because, I try not to. But if you don't know this, Tori is Chicken Little. Like, I don't watch scary movies. The only thing that I watch that I can like feast myself on is like zombie apocalypse. Like, that is my thing, honey. Like, I am obsessed with The Walking Dead. I watch it all the time. Anything with zombies in it, like, that's my go-to. But that's it when it comes to scary stuff. Like, anything else, we not doing this. And then I just seen like down this path, guys, I was like, yeah, let's go. I want to go, And then I started thinking about, Wrong Turn, those movies and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But anyways, finally on Wednesday, I was able to do it because I had my best friend and my sister, and I was jogging. They were like walking behind me. And I was like, y'all, we're going to go on this road. And my best friend was like, girl, you've been trying to go down there this whole time, like, I was like, come on, let's just do it. Needless to say, I did it. And I wish I could tell you guys that it was fantastic and I just stumbled upon like this part of the forest that I've never seen. And like, now, when I was done in that place, I was like, oh, that was what was there? That was it? But tell me, am I lying? Isn't that how some things are? Like, you psych yourself up. You get what I'm saying? You paint this story about what it's going to do, basically idolizing, you know what I'm saying? And we're all guilty of it. For me, I've learned a massive lesson about romanticizing people and even situations, but we just have this big thing made up in our head. And then when we finally get it or we finally have it, it's like, this was it? Because sometimes we can be so focused on getting to a place, like when we have this, that it'll be complete. But I promise you, it's the journey you seek. It's the journey of getting to that thing that makes that thing so desirable. I'm telling you. And I have found that out a couple of ways in my life. Sometimes we think when we finally make it here in our career, when we finally blow up, when we finally, get the dream job, when we finally get the dream relationship, I'm telling you, no, it is the journey. It's that, I don't know what word to call it, but it's a feeling that you're looking for, because I'm telling you, and this has happened to me on multiple occasions. And that's why I'm just like, I've learned to just let things ride. And I don't say this to be boastful, but I want to share my truth with you, and a truth is about Tori. And I realized, sometimes we don't know how powerful we are. And whoever I'm talking to, you are extremely powerful. And I kind of debated with sharing this part that I'm going to share, just about how powerful we are, because like, I just didn't want people to take it the wrong way. But at the end of the day, if somebody takes something the wrong way, that's not my business. So let me mind mine and tell the story, because somebody needs to know how powerful you are. And if you resonate with me, this power is inside of you. It really is. And one of the things that I have found out to be so true is anything I've ever really wanted, be it a person, place, or thing, I've gotten it. And for a while, I didn't know how I should feel about that, because I was like, no, that's not okay. However, it's my truth. Anything I've ever truly wanted and I put my mind to it, I get it. Be it a person, place, or thing. And sometimes these things just find me. It might come a year later, 2 months later, a week later. It might come within an hour. But anything I have truly ever desired and wanted, I got it. Now, the thing about that, I'm not saying what I wanted, was maybe what I should have wanted. And I found that lesson out. However, I realized within myself, I had to face that truth. I had to look at my power and see, wow, anything I've ever wanted, whether it's to find out some information, it doesn't matter. If it's a book, it will find its way to me, guys, without me even having to physically do something. You are so powerful. So powerful. The mind is a powerful thing. And somebody needs to know that. There is power in you. You are a mighty manifester. Maybe you haven't tapped into it fully, but you are. Maybe it's time to evaluate some of the things that you want, because like I said, sometimes it's about the journey. And not everything that I've wanted, in the end, I seem like, yeah, maybe I probably shouldn't have wanted that. But to say that it didn't come to me, I would be lying. And I'm feeling that same thing for somebody. Spirit just asked me to share this story. So that's why I'm sharing it. But now we're going to go ahead and get into the 3-minute self-love oath meditation, where you just allow me just to speak into your heart and just remind yourself that you deserve beautiful things. You deserve love. You deserve abundance, peace, prosperity. You deserve to wake up every single day and do something that you love. You are worthy because you are here. You are incredible. It doesn't matter what you've went through, what you have experienced. You are worthy. And it's those experiences that you have experienced have added so much wisdom to you. It made your value go up even more. I need you to know that. You are incredible. So let's go ahead and get into this self-love oath. Then we will pull cards together and see what Spirit wants you to know on this beautiful Thursday or whenever you are watching this video. If you could, love Muffin, I would like you to take 3 deep breaths with me, setting the intention to let down your guard, to soften your heart, to open your spirit and your crown chakra. So here we go, starting with breath 1. In through the nose, hold, release through the mouth. Breath 2, in through the nose, hold, release. Breath 3, in through the nose, hold, release. Now, the intimate conversation with yourself begins, flowing in unconditional love. I accept me for who I am in this present moment. I don't have to be anything or anybody but me. Me being me is more than enough. I love and accept me just the way I am. There is nothing I will not do for my happiness. There is nothing I will not do to see me smile. There is nothing I will not do or let go of for my well-being. I love me with my words and my actions. I know that it is uncomfortable and scary, but I deserve the best, and I am open to the infinite universe to bring me blessings, opportunities, adventures, and relationships that mirror back to me my limitless worth and beauty. I am happy and thankful that I now know myself, love myself, and accept myself wholeheartedly. I want to start by thanking you for allowing me and your energy, for allowing me in your sacred space. I don't take it lightly, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you for your vulnerability and access to your energy. Okay, my love, so we are going to pull an oracle card, and this is just checking into your energy. What is your energy trying to tell you in this moment, okay? And then we're going to pull 3 tarot cards from my Hoodoo Tarot deck. I love this deck. I actually use it to connect with my ancestors, and I use it on myself. But I decided I wanted to bring it to Guided Intuitions and share it with my love muffins. So while I'm getting the cards ready, I want to read you a quote from, the Pocket Maya Angelou Wisdom, inspirational quotes and wise words from a legendary icon. And it falls on love, and it says, "The desire to reach the stars is ambition. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible. The desire to reach the stars is ambition. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible." So, what I'm feeling, there's a decision that has to be made. And this time, and I really feel like for the month of May, and just honestly from this point out, it's about doing things that are connected to the heart. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible. When you go in love, when you go in truth, when you go in honesty, that equals authenticity. And when you go in that energy, it's wise and most possible. And how I'm taking that is you can never go wrong. When you honor your heart, when you honor your intuition, when you honor your authentic truth, you can never go wrong. So today, it's about tapping in to yourself and in this moment, because ambition is good, and what I wouldn't really tell you truth, but ambition is, much as we try not to, this is why I don't believe the ego is just negative. And this is why I made a conscious decision not to strip myself of my ego, because ambition is linked to the ego. We're all ambitious in our own ways. You get what I'm saying? Like for me, I'll give an example. Look at me telling on myself. OMG. I love for people to look at me. I do. Don't touch me, but you can look. I love for people to be smitten with me. You know, like in the romantic sense, I love attention. Like, who doesn't love attention? Okay. I know I do. Who? I love attention. But, however, I've come to realize and know that not all attention is good intention. Like, it's good attention, okay? And it should be taken in doses. And sometimes, you know, in life, we can get so ambitious that we go against our integrity, our moral compass. And I feel like you don't have to go against your moral compass. You don't have to go against your truth, your authenticity to be successful. Stay true to your path. Stay true to you, and everything will come. And that's one of the things that I realize. You get what I'm saying? So there was something else that I really wanted to share with you, but it kind of left my mind. So yeah, but sometimes I want to say the straight and narrow, it takes a little bit longer, you know, like, okay, I'll give an example when it comes to love. If you desire love in another, there is, at any moment, there is a person that, or the kind of love that you can settle for, that you can just take because it is available to you. But if you know in your heart that you want to connect with somebody mentally, spiritually, and physically on all three levels, it's going to take a little longer for homemade mac and cheese versus store-bought. And it's not to judge the either or, but it's about what do you want to experience. When you remove judgment and you just realize, okay, it's nothing wrong with the way that person is showing up, or it's nothing wrong with that particular career path. It's just not the authentic one for me. That's even like with spirituality. I tell people this all the time. It's nothing wrong with, you know, different religions and different beliefs. It's about figuring out what fits you. Not because everybody is just doing it, but what fits you. Not because you just grew up in it, but what fits you. And I had to go in that, because when you just do something because everybody is doing it, or if you just do something because that's what you just grew up in, that's where you're going to bring judgment, and you're going to, you know, start critiquing things because it's not authentic to you. So I really feel like what's happening in this moment, you are releasing things that are not authentic to you. So don't try to hold on. Allow these things to be released. Because it's kind of just like I did it. I know. I had to be honest with myself. And that's why I'm learning, you know, to like be patient with myself. And I don't have to rush things, because I know at the end of the day, bro, one thing for sure that I know without a shadow of my doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, honey, there are divine powers that we cannot see. Now, we can get technical and start putting on names, but at the end of the day, I am open to everything. But one thing that I know to be true, there are divine sources that are at work that you cannot touch and you cannot feel in the tangible, but does not mean it's not real. And I've come to realize that I am a powerhouse. And somebody needs to know that, and you don't have to be ashamed, and you don't got to keep it on the hush. And with that, you know, comes responsibility. When you become a conscious creator, it's about, because I realized to take my time with manifesting and creating. And I always go back to, okay, is this in alignment with my path? Is this in alignment with my authentic truth? Because sometimes we can want things that are not in alignment with us. And guess what? You are so loved, you will get it. it will be brought to you. And take it from somebody who knows. I'm like, send back to return. I'm sorry, I didn't want this. No, I don't want this. Okay? So right now, let go of whatever your intuition is telling you. All right, let's get into these cards. Okay, my sweetie doo-dops. My sweetie doo-dops. My sugar gumdrops. Okay, anyways, we're going to see what door you're walking through right now. Ooh, we got one. Ooh, I love this door. I call this my Zen door, This is my Zen door. You see Buddha on that door, honey? This is my Zen door. I love it. So I feel like walking into calmer territory, walking into peace, walking into true abundance. Okay. All right. So now we are going to go ahead and turn these cards over. We're going to start with the door. I want to see what door this is. So you're walking through offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. So I love that. I love this because this door to me represents the way, which is love. And I say love is the true way because love is limitless. There are so many paths when you come into the understanding of unconditional love. It simply allows you to be in whatever that being is. It does not hold judgment. So when I say that love is the way to liberation, it frees you. Because it takes you out of limits or out of boxes and allows you to explore, allows you to be, allows you to experience true abundance. Okay? So in order to fully come into that, I feel like in the month of May, we're stripping away from what keeps you out of that frequency, what keeps you from experiencing that. Is it how you see yourself? Is it your past? Okay. So let's see what we have as far as the Oracle and the Tarot. Okay, so now we're going to see what Oracle you got. And this is what your energy wants you to know right now. And it says, let go. All right. It says, sometimes the most powerful physical and psychic solution to a difficult or compromising situation is to simply walk away. This is one of those times when the situation calls for letting go, backing off, surrendering your ego and leaving. You're in a deadlock of fixed vibrations and feelings that are too great for any positive solution through further engagement. In walking away, you protect both yourself and all those involved from even more frustration and allow the universe to work behind the scene to restore harmony to all concerned. Move on, have faith. No one is working against you. It's as though you're pushing on the door to get to the other side when it opens inwards. Step back and give things room to move back to center. They will. Honey. Again, what I'm really feeling with this energy, I'm a firm believer. People say don't burn bridges. But I feel like if those bridges are no longer serving you, burn them. Move away. And if you don't feel like burning the bridge, just don't cross the bridge. Find another path. Find another path that is authentic to you. So what I'm really feeling is in order to receive this abundance right here, to walk through the door of abundance, there's something that you're letting go of. This could be a mindset. This could be a way that you saw your life going, or a path that you thought that was really in alignment with you, but you realize, yeah, it's not quite what I wanted. And it's okay. I do it all the time. But you have to understand, I'm a Sagittarius, so, we kind of wing it in life. We're just going to wing it. Most fire signs do. Like, we just be winging it, and then it just comes out right. But for the most part, Tori wings it. I told myself, like, I was telling someone in a personal session, like, I've made a conscious decision to allow my inner child to drive and my adult self to be on the passenger seat. And most people might look like that's crazy. Why are you letting your inner child drive? Because for so long she's been on the back burner. And believe it or not, I love people that have a childlike mind or innocence about them, that still are open and optimistic about life. I will never forget my little nephew, Caden. Like, the first time he went down a slide, guys. I should have videoed it, but it's my favorite moment. And he went down the big slide, and he didn't have me behind me because I was waiting, at the bottom for him. And he's like one, and he was holding on to the ends, and he was looking at me for confirmation, like, wait, auntie, should I do it? And I'm looking at him like, oh God. I'm like, do it. And he's like, are you sure? Like, we're literally having this conversation with each other's eyes, and we're like talking. And I'm like, man, Caden, just go. I said it to him, and he looked at me. He was like, okay, I'm going to go. And if you just see the way that when he let go and he just went down that slide, guys, like, he conquered his fear, and he was just like, F it. That's my little Scorpio. And he was just like, F it. And that baby just like flew down the slide. Didn't know exactly how it was going to go or where it was going to go, but he did it. And I feel like sometimes in life, you have to come into that energy that you don't know exactly where this might go or how you might do it. But you got to be honest and authentic to you. And that's what I realized. Like, no. So just understand. My inner child is in the driver's seat. So my life and my path is going to look completely different than most. But I made a conscious decision that day at the playground. I'm going to coach my inner child and allow her to drive the seat. Like, right there, baby, you got this. That's how I'm looking at my inner child. I want to live in life, waking up, doing something I love every single day. And for me, that is allowing my inner child to play, allowing not even play, to drive, period. And I don't care how crazy that seems. So yeah, my path and my life and my decisions are going to look completely weird, completely unique. But from this day forward, that's how we rocking. And maybe there's something in your life that you need to come in that totality with, but maybe you're afraid to let go because that's not acceptable in the world. That's not okay to allow your inner child to make a conscious decision to allow your inner child, whatever that thing that you truly want to do, that's in alignment with you. It's not okay. Because at this phase and stage at your life, you have to say, F what the world and what's the word, society? I always get that. Bump what the world says. What does your truth say? Okay, time out for not living our truths. I remember, like, my best friend, I always knew that she was a lesbian from the time we were young, in the 6th grade. Like, always knew what time it was. However, she spent majority of her life denying herself because it was not socially acceptable. It was not okay. And if she's listening to this, but I would never forget the day that I knew. I was like, yeah, my friend, she go the other way. I will never forget, like, I came to her house, and this was like, I was like big into Sims, the game, The Sims. And we were like playing The Sims, and like, she was supposed to be making us some tater tots. And I'm like jamming and playing The Sims, waiting on the tater tots to get done. And then she comes out the room, guys. in a freaking shirt and her little panties, honey. And, Sat was like, what's up? And I'm like, girl, no. I'm here to play Sims and eat some tater tots, not you. But sometimes when we don't express ourselves and we're not being truthful, or you're not taking leadership or ownership of your truth, you will find yourself acting out. You will find yourself really enlarged in, your ego. So this is why I say, live your truth, be authentic. Because when she started to be authentic and live her truth, her life changed dramatically. She liberated herself. And this is why I love love, because love holds no judgments. You don't need to be on a pedestal. You don't need to be this ideal of perfection. Be yourself. Always. And somebody needs to flow in that. Because giving these cards, when you let go of whatever you're holding on to, or whatever you are denying within yourself or about a situation, this is when all doors are going to open for you. You got the Ace of Abundance. Oh no, that's the Ace of Baskets. I said Ace of Abundance, but it is abundance. The Ace of Baskets in this deck, which is traditionally the Ace of Cups. You got the Two of Sticks, and then you got the John horse. This is the Emperor. It's time to take leadership, of your life. And this is why I say the ego is not completely bad. That's what I had to realize, because I was a person that was trying to just shed herself of the ego, but that was incorrect, because you can never separate yourself from your ego. As much as you would like to, you can balance it. That's why I meditate. That's why I do things, because if you catch me on a week that I haven't meditated, you know what I'm saying? And it's things are not going right, and I'm not being about my well-being and my mental and spiritual and physical health. Woo. Okay. But to deny myself and to say that I don't get frustrated or I don't get angry at times, I don't, drop the ball. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? No, you're human, having a human experience. And the reason why for me personally, I'm not breaking away from the ego, because believe it or not, when you take ownership or when you become into leadership of any kind, your ego is that part of you that just does not care. And to fully live your truth, you need that aspect of yourself to just not care. To be authentic to yourself, to sit here and share, whatever it is you're sharing, or to do whatever it is you're doing, or to believe in whatever it is you believe in. Because when you are engulfed in you, when you are focused on you, you're not out here, believe it or not, spreading hate, doing the mess. Like, you are so consumed with living your life and living your truth and helping other people's in whatever way embrace that. You're not out here doing things that are inauthentic to your truth. When somebody is jealous, envious, mean, malicious, nasty, confused, it's a part of them that is denying their truth. They're compressing their authenticity. And whoever is listening to this video, this message, you have been called into wholeness, to not deny any part of yourself, but to love all of you. That is how you make it through. Because you're going to need a little bit of ego to live your truth. You do. Because if you don't, you're going to care about what everyone has to say about your truth. So I feel like that's ego, and a healthy dose of ego. It's like you got a healthy dose of spirituality. But I ain't gonna lie to you. You get too spiritual, you get anything that there is not balance. You get too spiritual, you cannot enjoy the human experience. And that's what I had to realize. And that's why I love coffee. No, and I don't want an altar of a better grade, less, a grade that's greener. No, I like Folgers, okay? And I like Starbucks, period. Let me live. Let me enjoy, okay? Let me enjoy. And it takes you to be okay with that, because somebody might come to you and make so many comments about what you're doing, how you're living your life, how you're dressing, how you're saying that. You have to be okay with you. This is my reality, okay? I'm running the show in here. You go build your reality. Sometimes you got to say that. You got to feel and like embody that vibration. Okay? Live your truth. Be the trendsetter of your own life. Be your own inspiration. Be your own goals. For real. I made a conscious decision, to do that. And if you resonate with that, hey, welcome, Because like one of the most beautiful souls that I love, I feel like she's so talented, is Beyonce. She's so talented, and sometimes, when you have platforms or you have different things, or you're just really living your truth, 9 times out of 10 people gonna comment, and I feel like holding people that are just genuinely living their truth, doing what they love, to certain standards and pedestals. Like Beyonce is amazing, and I take inspiration from her. However, take inspiration, but still realize that you yourself are amazing. And don't try to live up to other people's paths. Take the inspiration, incorporate it in yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I realized. Like, I'm going to be the trendsetter of my own life. And for some people, that might not work. That might not be what they desire to experience. And it's okay. That's what makes Earth and this place so amazing, because it's an endless buffet to experience whatever you desire to experience in life. And there's no wrong path. And that's what I love about unconditional love, because it simply allows somebody to be. You don't have to think like me for me to love you and for me to be open to a way that you do things. No, I like diversity. I like different textures. I like different fabrics and clothes. I like color. And when you become so secure in what you believe, you're not threatened by another way that somebody's living their life or what they're doing. So I feel like one of the things that you're letting go of is judgments in this time. And maybe that's judgment of yourself, so you can fully live in the limitless abundance that's here for you. So I love you guys so freaking much. Okay. And we're going to conclude this because it's probably going to be a long video, but I love you guys, and just live your authentic truth. Okay. And be the trendsetter of your own life. And I will catch you on my channel. Take care.
A new path for others to follow, she blazing.